Welcome to Work Reborn, live from Barcelona, brought to you by Lenovo. Work Reborn is a research series surveying over 600 senior IT leaders worldwide to uncover the key to creating a productive digital workplace. Last report, we talked about using AI to work smarter and stay safer. Now we're moving from AI readiness to AI reality, where technology and human connection are reshaping how we work and thrive in this new era of work, or as we like to call it, Work Reborn. Let's get started. Hello, Amaury. How are you doing today?
Very good, and you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming by the Lenovo booth today live. We are here in Barcelona today at the Gartner event. Do you mind telling us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Amaury Martin. I'm the head of sales for South CME at UKG, HR and pay software editor.
Amazing. So, why we wanted to connect today is we have conducted a research study. It's called Work Reborn.
Yeah.
And we decided that, we had some alignment in our conversation because what I understand from your organization, you're focused on HR. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Totally.
So what's interesting is a important factor of HR is employee experience, right? So based on our research from the Lenovo Work Reborn report, we found that nearly half of IT decision makers, 49%, say their number one goal is creating a productive and engaging employee experience. But only 36% believe that their current digital workplace actually supports that effectively. So how are you designing IT to create not just productivity, but a positive and personalized employee experience?
Yeah, I think your study is really accurate. First of all, I think what we see at UKG from all our studies also is that the employee experience is a journey. So it starts even before the employee is joining the company. So the first interaction he has are mainly digital today. And we know that on the market, especially in the tech market, there is a war for talent. The most complicated, especially with the young generation, is attracting them, but especially keeping them. So where you bring technology in order to get better human experience and customer experience internally is at the moment you give in the end of the employee a tool that is useful for him on a daily basis. So, for example, in our daily life, you use app in your smartphone, I assume.
Yes.
You use maybe artificial intelligence and vocal help in order to faster. So we bring the same technology in a B2B environment. And I think especially the young generation expect this kind of direct relation with their employer. I will give you more example if you want.
Yeah,
after.
let's dive in to maybe an example regarding what you feel beginning to end is a good employee experience, especially for leaders who are listening, CIOs, CTOs that want to, reassess that for their own business.
It starts with the data. And a company that has the mindset of asking the employee what's good, what's wrong, what we could improve, is first a good mindset. So we try to implement in the platform what we think is good according to the voice of the employee. If I give you an example, thanks to AI agent, they're able to say to the application of UKG, hey, can I book 3 days off end of December? And please give me also the number of days I still have left. And the agent book it automatically and then give the answer. This is a link between a deep desire of the employee being autonomous, but also relying on a technology approved by the company and in a totally compliant environment for the HR team.
Talk to me about how does AI impact the assessment of a successful employee experience?
So I can give you a very clear example. I've got some example here in Spain. For example, since we're in Barcelona with Corte Inglés, one of the biggest retailer. But maybe for international purpose, I can use the example of Euro Disney in Paris. Maybe you've been
Yes,
there.
Disneyland Paris.
So the 18,000 employees of Euro Disney are using on a daily basis our technology. How does it improve their employee experience? Is because every day they clock in and clock out. So by entering the park and having specific tasks to do on a daily basis and monitoring them on the app, it helps them get confident on what they have to do on the day. Where AI is impacting is that Euro Disney then can have the statistics, for example, of how many sandwiches and amenities they've sold, for example, last year at the same period. And when they see the calendar of the employee they have this month, for example, AI is able to tell them you will be understaffed or overstaffed for this period of time in this specifically part of the park. So AI is able to make sure that the employee are the right number to serve the customer and get a great customer experience, but also Disney is able to better his finance, his timekeeping, and be compliant again with people not doing too much hours to keep servicing the end customer that we are in the park. And we want to dream on a daily basis and talk to happy employees on a daily basis. So happy employees makes obviously happy customer in the end.
That is a fantastic example. I really appreciate you sharing that. I'd love to hear a little bit within your own organization at UKG, where you're currently at in your digital transformation journey, and what are your plans for the future?
Yeah, I think so. At UKG, I mean, we tend to humanize AI. So we really want people to feel empowered and augmented, not replaced. So the idea that we apply to ourselves is, for example, working as one team with integrity. How do we do that? It's simply having the access to tools that allow you sometimes to wish a happy birthday to someone, to congratulate him for a deal he signed or for a great customer case we closed because a customer were had a trouble and we solved it through any operation. So the collaboration and communication between us, even cross-border, because we are 15,000 employees, is something really smooth and centralized. The second part, I think, and the most important when you want to humanize AI is we want to use our own technology to be able to share. So at personal level, we all use the technology I just talked about, for example, at Disney or Corte Inglés, in order to get also a real, how can I say that, own customer experience that I can share and inspire the customer with. And I think you asked a question regarding the future. I think the future of HR overall is letting people having access, especially the CHRO and the finance people, to a real platform where the data of the employee is centralized and all the services turn around 360 degrees. So the pay, that could be international and in every currencies, the time tracking and the daily life of the employee, but also all the HR journey that we started the discussion with, which is from the onboarding of this person to the holidays to the day he leaves the company after 10 years of service, everything centralized in one unique platform. This is our vision for the future and today's HR.
That's amazing. I think it's a great vision to have, and I think it's a collaborative effort. It's not just the tools that you have, but also maybe the devices that you have as well too.
Exactly.
So, have you ever tried a Lenovo device before?
Yeah, some tablets.
Yes.
And also I know we are equipped in computers and
Yes.
desktops, so yeah.
So
I do.
you have the Lenovo involvement at your organization as well
Yeah.
too. Great. Well, that's good. That means we're helping you get there as a part of that journey as well too, because every piece counts as well too. So, yeah, to round out the conversation, I would love to hear, in your opinion, our research is called Work Reborn. What does Work Reborn mean to you?
Yeah. I think this is something you don't want to get trapped to.
Yeah.
I always have to answer to that.
Okay.
First and foremost, we are who we are. I mean, when we enter a company, we don't want to be changed as a person
Right.
and play a role or be told how to behave. We want to be aligned.
We want to
with-
be empowered, right?
Exactly. Be
Right.
empowered, feel listened. So I think this empowerment is something people should look even at the moment they do the interviews to enter a
Yeah.
company. Then the possibility, and it's not given to everybody, obviously, but I think the companies that work with the good balance between technology and human interaction are the one that are able to offer a great customer experience, because if I am myself and I feel empowered, then I feel completely free to take initiative, be an entrepreneur inside the brand, be thinking out of the box,
Yeah.
and at the end, this is what we want.
I think that's a great way to explain it. For me, I agree with you. You know, work reborn doesn't mean we're changing. It's
Yeah.
just the next era. And it's always been, regardless of the technology, extremely important to take care of your employees first so that they take great care of your customers as well too. So yeah, I really appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your day to come by and share your important point of view, Amaury. If anyone is interested in learning more about the Work Reborn report and our studies, make sure you check it out by downloading it via the link below. And if you're watching us on YouTube, there will be a QR code available for you to scan on the screen. Go ahead and grab a copy of your report that way. And that's a wrap for this episode. Thank you so much, Amaury.
Thank you very much. My
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Work Reborn, powered by Lenovo. Lenovo is turning readiness into reality, empowering people, technology, and businesses to move forward together. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Apple or Spotify to continue the conversation on how we're bringing new life to the modern workplace. Thanks for watching.
Lenovo.